Good evening and hello. My name is Renee D. Waring, and I am the founder of Uniquely and Wonderfully Made Ministries. Welcome to you all, and a special welcome to the new members of my community. I am glad to be able to spend this time talking with you today. May is National Mental Health Awareness Month. In celebration of this month, I will be speaking from the topic of the church and the mentally ill. In general, the Christian church has not handled their interactions with the mentally ill well. The American society is steeped in technology. Many people, especially the youth, have their heads constantly buried in their smartphones. This is having an ill effect on their mental and physical health. Not only are people not exercising, they are also experiencing mental health problems of depression, loneliness, stress, and anxiety as a result of the extended use of smartphones. In many cases, this unhealthy use of their phones is the root cause of their mental illness, and in many other cases, the root cause is a cross between genetics and the environment. When people who have mentally ill come to our churches, they are neither either not welcomed and or mistreated. They are in search of love and compassion, but instead they encounter cold-heartedness and stigmatization. Many pastors do not realize that their attitudes and hearts towards the mentally ill are reflected in the attitudes and hearts of their congregants. I don't think that pastors have malice in their hearts toward people with mental illness. They just reflect the attitudes of the society of which they are a part. Nevertheless, the change in the church begins with the pastor. The pastor has a great influence on his congregants. In many cases, his people come to him for counsel in their life problems before they would think of going to a professional counselor because they trust him. Steps can be taken to change the hearts and minds of the people if the pastor leads the way. First, the pastor can take courses on mental health and encourages people to take courses too. The courses, however, must be free or require payment of a nominal fee. Second, the pastor can speak constructively to his members about mental health in a sermon or a talk. Third, he can have mental health professional talk to his members. Fourth, he can put together a resource library on mental health for the members. Fifth, he can have Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous groups meet in the church. Sixth, the pastor can start a partnership with professional counseling groups to refer the congregants to when they need counseling. Seventh, he can start a youth outreach ministry to people who have mental illness so the youth can welcome them into, so the youth, mind you, the youth can welcome them into the church. There is a group in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area that teaches congregants how to properly and constructively interact with people who have mental illness. It is called Mental Health First Aid. I would suggest that the pastor get in contact with this group and have them train their members. Eighth, the pastor can visit and encourage others to visit members who have mental illness to show them love and compassion. For example, when a child commits suicide, the church member should go to the home of the parents of that child to bring them food, prayers of healing and compassion, and offers to be on call to lend a helping hand. When Pastor Rick Warren's son committed suicide, he was not shown compassion by his congregation. Pastor Warren had to admonish the people by telling them that people who have physical illnesses like diabetes and high blood pressure are not stigmatized for their illness. Therefore, people who have brain disease or mental illness should not be stigmatized for their illness either. Many Christians believe that mental illness people become mentally ill because they have sinned and that God is punishing them for their sin, like King Nebuchadnezzar in the Bible who sinned before God. The king's sin was he believed that he was God. So God struck him with mental illness for 7 years to humble him. The belief that mental illness is a result of God's judgment is sin is not true. It is no more true than high blood pressure is God's judgment for sin. Mental illness is a chemical imbalance of the brain. Thus ends my talk for today. I hope that you found it to be both interesting and informative. I enjoyed speaking with you all today. My next presentation will be on the fourth Friday of this month. My website is uniquely UNIQULY and wonderfullymadeministries.com. I repeat, my website is uniquely UNIQULY and wonderfullymadeministries.com. Last time, my website is uniquely UNIQUELY and wonderfullymadeministries.com. My email address is mirecovery74@gmail.com. I repeat, my email is mirecovery74@gmail.com. Last time, my email address is mirecovery74@gmail.com. Send me your questions, your concerns, and prayer requests. Also, I am looking for speaking engagements. I am the founder of Uniquely and Wonderfully Made Ministries. My name is Renee D. Waring, and I am the warrior warring.